Yes, because it's the only career I could do outside of my old entertainment career that gives me life and joy and purpose. I love it.
Well, I want to work at like Gap or Edmonds. I mean, that's not my ideal job, but it's better than Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
You know, unconsciously, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I wouldn't be surprised. We do live in a more male-dominated patriarchal society, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, for my job at Dunkin' Donuts last year. Yeah, I got hired last year. The guy who interviewed me, the manager, he was just like smiling at me, asking me like questions that had nothing to do with work. Like he was asking me about school and about myself. He didn't ask me nothing about, oh, can you learn quickly?
I've done a lot of jobs, a lot of work for this kind of stuff. And I mean, it certainly helps when, for like physical labor, because I gotta lift a lot of stuff, gotta move a lot of stuff, to have that, in some cases, I guess, upper hand in terms of like muscle structure, I guess, being a dude. But then again, I've also been showed up time and time again by like female workers. I don't think I ever got a job because I was a man.
Never thought about that. I can't say that I have, because I've never necessarily applied to a job that I haven't gotten before.
Yeah, a lot of the times. At work, when this guy didn't know how to do, I became shift leader and I did it, and he just sat on his behind all day.
If I didn't get the job, it would always be because probably I wasn't skilled or didn't have the right references or experience or anything like that.
I've been discouraged from pursuing this career I'm in right now. It's a dream director for a man, but when I was working in entertainment and like, you know what I'm saying, like this was like circa 2007. I was trying to create a different lane out there in the industry with like spoken word and poetry. And I was told at that time that, well, there's a group called Flowetry that already has that lane, and they have a strong female vibe and following. So there might not be the space that I was trying to create there. So I think that qualifies kind of that. It's like you should more so probably go into rap more so. So that literally was like happening for me.
No, I haven't really been out on a lot of job interviews, but the ones I have been on, no.
This career, no. And I don't think I've ever really expressed interest in a career where someone might discourage me from doing so. But if I had expressed interest, I could see that happening for sure. Like if I told someone I wanted to become a nurse or a teacher.
Yeah, I would say in the very beginning when I started, I used to do a babysitting business. That was more so because the history of it was like a lot of young females at the time I was a teenager were getting those jobs over me. Females were just more trustworthy to take care of kids.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Not because of their gender, no. If they were better than me, it was because they were probably better at their job, more experienced.
Society now where everything is like, we're moving towards this piece of like equality in this generation so that females can do jobs that males can do and vice versa. Nothing unless it's literally unless a company literally comes out and says this is male specific for this outcome or female specific for this outcome. Like I don't necessarily think a man would be qualified to coach, be like a childbirth coach or a midwife or something like that. Because he doesn't know the process.
Probably the more dangerous jobs. I don't want to do all that. So probably like construction, architecture, stuff like that. The army definitely, me personally, I wouldn't join because I don't want to get hurt. We can leave that to the guys. Even though I'm all for females doing the same thing men do. Just not that dangerous stuff that is for me. No. I'll stick to like, I don't know, the girly stuff.
I'm more in the boat of, you know, any man, any job, any woman, I mean, any job. I think society would definitely push women towards like those caretaking role jobs, like I said, like teacher, nurse, even if they were out of the workforce, like household mother, stay-at-home mom. Whereas a man, you see him as the professional athlete.
Definitely. Like I said, we're generally in a predominantly patriarchal, like male society. So you know, there are definitely instances of females like going for jobs in workplaces and hitting what's called the glass ceiling, where they're only able to rise up so high. So there's not as many female CEOs of corporations or in higher, you know, like higher power positions.
Yeah, definitely. And it's proven by, you know, presidential candidates talking about it. Everybody knows it still exists. And there's still wage and payment between men and females. And I think that's completely uncalled for and unfair. And I don't know if that's a problem that will ever really get solved, because guys always think they're more superior than women, despite the time, present, future.
Absolutely, I do. Yeah, you just said, like we just talked about, there are definitely a lot of roles that our society assigns to a certain gender, and that carries through all throughout the workforce.
Definitely having a copy of just that person's, you know, background record, make sure you're like, you know, seeing what their record is, what their work and employment history is before coming to that organization where they're applying for, and if that person's really qualified for the position that they're going out for. Do they have the skills?
Skills, personality, you know, what they want to do later in life, like if the plans or if the job could actually help them out somewhere. Just, you know, what they're capable of and not who they, like what they look like and what they have.
21st century, it's, in my opinion, it's got to be less about gender and more about character. You know, what kind of a person you are, what qualities you possess that aren't your sex.
Hasn't changed, because I've always thought and known that, you know, this is a more male-dominated society, especially in the workplace.
No, I've always thought that men and women should be equal, especially because it's been proven that women can do the same thing men do, and my opinion has never changed.
Rock solid in my beliefs that a job, given or not given, received or not, shouldn't be determined by whether you're a man or a woman. It should definitely be determined on your experience, how well you can do the job.